There are 4 different numbers that have to be entered, and each of those goes between 0 and 99.
To put it into context, there's approximately 100 million different combinations. They know that Italy does not have an extradition treaty with Belgium. So if you commit a crime in Belgium and you are residing in Italy, you can't be brought back to Belgium to be tried for it.
Imagine pulling off the biggest diamond heist of the century, stealing over $100 million in gems. This is the true story of the 2003 Antwerp Diamond Heist, where a mastermind, Leonardo Notarbartolo, and his team, the King of Keys, the Monster, the Genius, and Speedy, cracked the impenetrable diamond safe after 18 months of planning. How did they pull off such a feat, and how did something as small as a sandwich lead to their capture? To answer these questions, we have to travel back to the very beginning. The Antwerp Diamond Heist unfolded like something out of a movie. The target? The Antwerp World Diamond Centre, safeguarded by a vault 2 floors below the surface, protected by an impenetrable fortress of security measures, a 100 million combination lock, infrared heat detectors, seismic sensors, Doppler radar, and a magnetic field, not to mention its location in the Diamond District, under the watchful eyes of private security and surveillance. But how could anyone breach such a fortress? The plot thickens with the entrance of Leonardo Notarbartolo, the heist mastermind. Renting an office in the very heart of this secured zone for a mere 25,000 Belgian francs or $700 monthly, Notarbartolo took a page from New York's criminal playbook. The disguise was perfect, an Italian diamond merchant frequenting the center enough to render his presence ordinary, thus lowering the guards' vigilance. The preparation phase, spanning a grueling 18 months, involved meticulous surveillance. We're talking camera pens capturing the vault's every detail, a mini camera strategically positioned above the vault door, observing and recording the guards' every move. But where was this data relayed? To a seemingly normal fire extinguisher, concealing a high-tech receiving unit for cameras intel. Was there a rehearsal, you ask? Good question. Allegedly, a full-scale replica of the vault was built, but was it really with the help of an insider from the diamond trade? The plot only thickens. The day before the heist, Notarbartolo executed a crucial move, a swift spray of women's hairspray on the thermal motion sensors. Invisible, yet effective, it insulated the sensors temporarily from thermal fluctuations. Did the security cameras catch this act? Yes, but the guard, accustomed to his visits, wasn't paying attention. The heist's execution was extremely precise and daring. Notarbartolo, the conductor, stationed in a getaway vehicle, ears tuned to a police scanner. His crew, wearing plastic gloves to leave no trace, started off on their dangerous journey. Their way in was through an abandoned office building, avoiding the prying eyes of security cameras, leading to a private garden that was directly connected to the Diamond Centre. The climax approached as the team, equipped with a homemade polyester shield, avoided an infrared sensor, their heat signatures successfully hidden. Then the disabling of a balcony alarm, black plastic bags covering security cameras in darkness. But their final obstacle was a magnetic lock on the vault door, brilliantly overcome by the genius using a custom-made aluminium plate, cleverly altered to maintain the magnetic field while allowing access. In this high-stakes race against time scenario, questions linger. Did the bandits achieve their goal? And did they manage to escape without capture? Let's find out. Notarbartolo's team was made up of 5 skilled individuals, each with a unique skill set. The most notable act was the duplication of a nearly impossible to replicate vault key by the King of Keys, a nickname for one of the crew members. Using video footage, he crafted a perfect replica of the foot-long key. A bold move. How could anyone anticipate that a key thought to be unduplicatable could be copied? During the heist, the King of Keys made a crucial discovery. He found the original key in an unlocked utility room, deciding to steal it. This was a strategic move to prevent the vault's manufacturers from realizing that a duplicate key existed. The discovery of the duplicate key by the police only came to light much, much later. The team's approach was methodical and stealthy. They turned off the lights in the antechamber before opening the vault, a tactic to avoid tripping the light sensors. The monster, another team member, played a critical role inside the vault. In complete darkness, he located and manipulated the security system's wires. By attaching a new wire to the exposed copper, he created a shunt in the circuit, ensuring that tripping the sensors would not set off the alarm. Their methods to disable the vault's security were ingenious. Heat sensors were covered with styrofoam boxes, and light sensors were blinded with tape. The team, familiar with the layout, worked in near total darkness, occasionally using brief flashes of light to position their tools. But that's only the very tip of the iceberg. The breaking of the locks on the security boxes was a physically demanding task, handled by the King of Keys using a hand-cranked jack. The contents of the boxes were then swiftly transferred into duffel bags. They exited the building as carefully as they had entered it. They took almost an hour to return to the office building, making sure to cover all tracks and bases. The stolen items were loaded into Notarbartolo's car, and the team spread out on foot. However, they made one tiny mistake. Notarbartolo and Speedy, another member of the team, planned to get rid of the incriminating evidence by burning it in France. But panic set in, leading Speedy to poorly discard the evidence in a nearby forest. This mistake led to their downfall. A local hunter found the evidence the next day and alerted the police, who quickly connected the dots. Notarbartolo was eventually caught due to the DNA evidence from a partially eaten sandwich found near the crime scene. He and other team members received prison sentences, but some details of the heist and the identities of all involved remained shrouded in mystery. The heist, a blend of precision, boldness, and a hint of foolishness, remains one of the most talked about crimes in history. Now, imagine being told that a famous heist was actually part of an elaborate insurance fraud. This twist comes from none other than the heist architect Leonardo Notarbartolo. In a gripping revelation to Wired magazine, he claimed their actual haul was about 18 million euros or $20 million, and implied that a diamond merchant had hired them to carry out the heist. Why would a merchant be involved, and what did they stand to gain from insurance? But here's where the plot thickens. The vault, the heart of this heist, had no insurance. The insurers were aware of its vulnerabilities. How did this factor into Notarbartolo's claim of insurance fraud? Could there be more to the story than meets the eye? This heist's intrigue didn't just end with the crime. It sparked a wave of media retellings. Flawless, Inside the Largest Diamond Heist in History is a book covering the details. Then there's the audio series, Heist with Michael Caine on Audible, offering a dramatic overview of the theft. Even TV couldn't resist the pull, with Mysteries at the Museum and History's Greatest Heists featuring episodes on this daring robbery. And the story almost hit the big screen. Paramount Pictures had plans for a film with J.J. Abrams at the helm, but those plans fell through. Yet the heist lived on through podcasts and television, including the Amazon series Everybody Loves Diamonds, released in 2023. Each retelling of this heist peels back more layers. Was it a mere act of theft or something else entirely? The Antwerp Diamond Heist remains a captivating mystery, leading us into its web of intrigue and unanswered questions. Dubbed the Heist of the Century, the Antwerp Diamond Heist in 2003 was a meticulously planned operation by Leonardo Notarbartolo and his team, the King of Keys, the Monster, the Genius, and Speedy. Over 18 months, they overcame formidable security to steal over $100 million in valuables. Despite arrests and partial confessions, the majority of the loot remains unrecovered. The key lesson here is, always finish your sandwiches. Notarbartolo got caught because of a half-eaten sandwich. So, never leave your lunch behind. It could come back to bite you. Got your heart racing, didn't we? Hit that subscribe button and join us on this thrilling journey. And hey, drop a comment below if there's a topic that's been keeping you up at night. We might just turn the spotlight on it next.